Hey guys, welcome back to Tracie's Place. I hope you all are doing well. It's been 3 years since I did the first setup video, and I've did quite a few pool videos since then. And Intex does make a good product, right? So anyway, we had a little animal in our yard last year. I don't know if it punctured it or not, but that pool, it got messed up from the little puncture, so it leaked the water out or what have you. So I loved it so much, I got another pool exactly the same. Who can beat like $66? And it lasted 3 years. And I don't think it was a malfunction of the product. Like I said, it could have been a little animal because we had problems getting rid of it. So y'all, we got the exact same pool. We're going to set it up, but the difference is we have a different foundation, and that's what I wanted to show you all. We have a different foundation. It's a little better than the pebbles that I had last time. And it makes the pool ground softer. So come along for tips and advice while owning the 10 by 30 Intex pool. Now, just to be clear, this is not the setup video. You're going to watch this video up until about 9-minute mark, and it tells you the few things we did different on this second setup. And then come back to this video after you watch the first setup video. All right, so I'm on the side where the pool is, and this is where it was the last time. But you guys, we have these, and I'm sorry about the little buzzing that you hear. That's to help get rid of the little animal, well, to keep it from coming back, because we had a mole, and then we also had a raccoon that we were bothered with back here. So we got these little, and I'll link those down, but they keep little animals away from, with the little buzzing sound. I don't know if you could see that, but it helps like with vibration and noise to keep little animals away. So that's been working really good. Anyway, I'll link that down in the description box below so you can get those on Amazon as well. Anyway, we put these squares down, and I bought, let's see, I think it was 4 sets of these, and I won't say it's super pricey. It probably totaled up to about $100. I'll put the price and everything down below in the description box, and I'll put a link to these squares. A lot of people use these for when they are setting up a gym in the garage or in their basement, and they put, like your weight machine, or when you lift weights and different things like that. They put their exercise machines, weight loss machines or whatever, on these on top of concrete usually. So these are about a 1/2 inch thick, and like I said, I'll put everything down in the description box below where you can get it. I'll put the price, all that good stuff. But last time I used pebbles, and you can feel the pebbles somewhat under your feet, and when you sit down, it wasn't horrible, wasn't bad at all. And this is going to make it soft and cushiony underneath when you sit down and walk across the pool. It'll make it soft and cushiony. So I'm so excited about this, y'all. Like I said, it has been raining here off and on. We could not get a clear day, hardly a couple of days, for like the ground to dry out and stuff like that in order to set the pool up. So it's kind of first part of July, and we're setting up the pool. So anyway, my husband leveled out the ground even the more, because it was good and level, but that we had a couple of humps, so he leveled it even the more. And after he leveled it even better, we put these squares down, and now we're going to put the ground cover down for the pool. So this is the Intex pool ground cloth. I have a 10 by 30 pool, so it fits 8 to 15 foot pools. So we're just going to spread it down and get the pool up. So this is a 12 by 12 surface, 144 square feet. So the ground cover is down, and we're ready to get the pool together. And here's how the 10 by 30 Intex Easy Set pool comes packaged. Be careful. You do not want to stick your scissors or an X-Acto knife sharply into the box, because the pool is sitting right there and can get punctured. So be very careful unpackaging the pool. And we're going to go ahead and set aside these instructions that most of you all said did not help you set up the pool hardly at all. So guys, I went ahead and bought an Intex pump, and this is what it looks like. I think we got it from Walmart. So it blows up toys and different things. So why not the ring of the pool? blows up mattresses, all that. So we're going to go ahead and get the ring of the pool blown up. We've centered the pool. You just find a center it as best as you can. Look on all sides to see if it's even. The corners or the ends of the pool that lay flat on the ground should be stretched out all the way as flat as possible. And then we're going to blow up the ring and then go ahead and make sure it's stretched the best that it can. The floor of the pool, stretch it as best as you can, and then we're going to start filling it up. So this is what it looks like. Turn it around. And this is what the end look like. It's sized for 2 things. So this is a bigger one, this is a smaller one. So I'm just gonna flip this in and see if it fits. If not, we'll use the smaller one. So the ring is full. It's ready for the hoses to get connected here. Just a tip before I send you over to the other video. See these? And then the one right next to it, the hose next to it, and then that's the one there. Now, I didn't know this the last time I set it up, but here is a picture. Hope you can see it, but there's a picture of what's supposed to go there. Also, right here is a picture of what's supposed to go there. So that makes it easy. I didn't know that the last time. Okay, the water is going in the pool, and I'm about to get in the pool with my feet and stretch it out. All right, guys, so the pool is filling, and just remember, before you get 1 inch of water in your pool, like when you first put your hoses in, again, from the outside and underneath here, start pulling out the wrinkles on each side until you get it as flat as possible all the way around, because once you get a good 1 inch or barely 1 inch of water, it's going to be like concrete or something sitting on top of it, or something heavy. You will not be able to move it because the water will be so heavy with just close to 1 inch or 1 inch of water on here. Okay, stop right here. Remember, this is not the complete setup video. The tips and advice I just shared thus far are things that we did different from the first setup. The first setup is still complete and correct. These are just new things that I've learned and we did a little different. But if you're at this point, stop right now and go watch the whole video of the setup video. You can click right at the top here and then set the pool up, and then come back here to the 8-minute mark and finish watching for tips and advice of things that I've learned for the past 3 years of owning this pool. Make sure to get out pen and paper so you can take notes for full summer fun. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick. This is what happens when you get a little bit of algae, a little bit of dirt in your pool. I have seen much worse than this, looking on YouTube and other people's pools. And as you can see, the water is crystal clear, but there's a little bit of dirt. If you see the lines from when we set up the pool, there's a few little wrinkles. You will not be able to get all the wrinkles out when you set the pool up. So there's just a few little minute lines, but the algae and dirt, once it is floating around in the pool, it gets settled in the little creases and things and wrinkles. So let me see if I can see. You can see that. So that's where little particles of dirt and a little bit of algae or whatever have set up. And I believe it's algae because we have algae on the back of our house, and our neighbors do too. So we are in an area where there's algae. So be mindful of that when you have your pool in your backyard or side yard or whatever. Be mindful of the components in the air and the atmosphere, and make sure you take care of your pool accordingly. So these videos were taken at 2 different times. So what you do for algae is you put a piece of copper pipe in your skimmer, or if you have a pool like this, a easy set pool, you're going to put it in a floater in your pool, and that will help keep the algae away. Some people use algicide. I think the copper pipe is easier and better to keep it away, especially if you have algae issues. So my husband is going to pressure wash that. We have a pressure washer, so he's going to pressure wash that. But of course, that does not help what can fall into your pool, so just be mindful of that. Also, make sure to change your filter, or either just clean your filter really good, and that way when the water cycle turns over 1 to 2 times, it should be clear. See the copper in there? Look at that. A couple of days later, and there's no dirt, no algae at the bottom. It's crystal clear. Always skim your pool, brush your pool. That way your water stays clear, and keep those filters clean. To keep algae down and debris out of your pool, get a pool cover, but more on that later. All right, guys, so it has been a few months since I set up the pool here for the second time. Y'all, things got in the way, and I did not come back the next couple of days. We've been traveling and doing all of that, and I didn't come back. So what I decided to do was do a review of the pool, updated tips and maintenance for your Intex pool. So go watch the other video completely for the setup, and then come back to this video for the maintenance. What I thought about owning the pool for 3 years, what has kept my pool clear for trial and error, everything you need to do for this pool. Stay tuned for that now. So this is what the pool is looking like now. It is September when I'm making this part of the video. So it still looks good. The water looks good. Let me show you all the equipment that I use. So this is the pole that I bought, the telescoping pole or telescoping pole that I bought. It is, I believe, 7 feet long, and it was very easy to assemble. And it comes with a little attachment, or the little, not a screwdriver, but a little utensil that screws the thing in here. So it's very easy, comes with everything it needs. It took me about 5 minutes to put together, if that. And like I said, I got it from Amazon, and I love this brush. And also, this is my skimmer. You guys, unfortunately, I might have said where I got it from in the maintenance video, and that was from a couple of years ago. I believe I got this from Home Depot, if I'm not mistaken. But skimmers, they're kind of basically the same. This has lasted for me for a couple of years. Just make sure it's sturdy. And let's see, the netting holes are small. So that's what I use as far as my pool maintenance, as far as tools. The water is going to drip out of the bottom end of the pole, so make sure to lean that part down when you lean it up against your house or whatever you're going to lean it up against. That way it won't rust out in the inside. I'll show you what else I use to keep the water clear. All right, guys, so I hope you all can see me really good, because this is at an odd time during the day. The sun is about to peak over there in a few minutes. I'm trying to hurry up and do this because it's hard to catch the sun just right sometimes. So I want to get to this right away. What are these 3 black little apparatuses. I was asked this so many times under the comments of my first setup video. These are strainer hole plugs. So when you have to change your filters, say if something goes wrong with your pump filter or your hose gets cracked, one of the hoses on the pool gets cracked or something, you have to change something on the outside of the pool, these plug the hole so that you can make those changes and then unplug them. Okay, so that's what these are. It's 3 plugs for the 3 holes. Also, this is the drain connector. I got asked about this a lot. This is the drain connector, or what I call the hose connector. When you drain your pool at the end of the season, or if you have to change your water or whatever, you're going to connect this on the end of your garden hose, and you're going to detach it from your outside wall of your house, or if you just have one that's laying around. Make sure that you put this on the end of your hose, and then you're going to unstop your pool, put this end into the pool. You're going to lose a little bit of water, so if you're a little scared or nervous, have somebody with you, but it's not going to hurt you or anything. It's just the water's going to shoot out fast. So when you get ready to drain it, you screw your hose onto this part where it screws it, and then this part is what you're going to shove into the pool. You're going to shove it into the pool. It's not going to hurt it. Shove it in there, and then that way you can let the other end of the hose be at like your street, or just somewhere where you're going to drain your water to. So make sure you have an idea of where you want your water to go when you're draining it before you start, because you don't want to put it in your backyard and get just a, oh my goodness, a flooding of water from your pool. So make sure you're draining it like down a hill or out to the street. We have a real long hose, and we put it down at the end of our street. We carry it through the yard, and it goes to the front of our house, and it goes down to the sewer. The next question I got asked a lot was about that inflatable ring on the pool. So this is what we use. It's the Intex double quick hand pump, and we got it from Walmart, over in the section where you have your inflatable mattresses, like if somebody's spending the night or whatever, over in the like camping section or whatever. That's where we got this from. So it is a tire pump, or you can use it for your pool. Now, sorry about all the birds chirping back there. So now it has 2 sizes of the inserts. So we use the biggest one. So whichever one fits your pool. I don't know if there are different sizes on the different size pools, but we use the biggest one. And what you want to do is this right here. You want to unplug it and quickly insert this into the hole and start pumping. As soon as it gets firm, plug it back up and push it, and you're done. So of course you can use it to inflate it when you're setting up the pool, or to re-inflate when it goes down during the summertime. Also about the inflatable ring, some people would like go down on if they have a hole pin or a pinhole in the inflatable ring, but some people would lose air quickly. I lose air too, but not quick. I have to re-inflate, not re-inflate the whole thing of course, but just when it starts getting soft, you want to re-inflate it. And mine takes about 3 weeks to a month. Sometimes a little longer, it just depends. And I believe it's the sun. I just really think it's the sun. It depends on how hot it is or whatever. It could just let air escape or something, or it could be a pinhole. So just when it starts getting soft, make sure you re-inflate it, because this ring is what keeps your pool standing. You do not want to let the air go out or let it get too soft. You don't want to come out one morning and the pool is, you know, lowering down and the water's oozing out. So make sure you keep that ring inflated. All right, pool water care. To keep your pool crystal clear, the 10-foot and the 12-foot, and you may need a little bit more assistance with the 15, I'm not sure. I just know the less water you have, the more easy it is to manage. I've witnessed this over the past couple years using the pool. And what you're gonna need to keep your 10-foot and 12-foot pool water clean, and I can't go far up to 15-foot because I don't have experience with that, but baking soda, chlorinating tablets, pool shock, and your test strips. This should keep your pool crystal clear for most of the summer. The only time you need something else is if you have like an algae bloom or your chemicals get out of whack. And that usually happens after a rain. So if you're just using these, just want to start out with these 3 things. The pool shock is for after you have a rain or a heavy thunderstorm or, you know, something like that, and your pool is real dirty or whatever, you know, dirty from all the debris blowing around and blowing in it and all that stuff. You want to shock your pool. And for a pool this size, okay, so this is 1 bag. This is a 13.3 ounce bag. You want to use 1/3 of it. So not half, but 1/3 for a 10-foot pool. So I just use about that much. And then if it's still something's going on with it, you can add a little more shock. But maybe about once a week, every other week, you want to use baking soda. This helps with your alkalinity and everything, pH. Then your chlorinating tablets, of course, chlorinates and keeps your pool sanitized. So you just want to use like 1 of these tablets in your chlorinator. Earlier on the other video, I said use the 3-inch ones. You can use that. The man at the pool store said it's okay. You just have to keep watch on your chlorine levels. You don't want to over chlorinate your pool. That's too harsh for your skin. Everybody is different. Some people break out in rashes. It's just not good to have an over chlorinated pool. That throws off the other chemicals. So be careful with that. For pool safety, test your water, test your water, test your water. Believe me, I've gotten my chemicals out of whack before, and it's hard to get them back in order. And sometimes if they are just off the charts as far as the chemical imbalance, you have to drain your pool. But to prevent that, you want to test your water. And I use these. These I have found are very reliable. These are the Pool and Spa test strips, 7-in-1. And it measures your total hardness, total chlorine, free chlorine, bromine or bromine, total alkalinity, cyanuric acid, and pH levels. So you want them as close to what they're supposed to be. And it has a chart, or it tells you what it's supposed to look like on the back. It tells you what color it's supposed to be, and it tells you the standards for swimming pools. So it gives you the actual numbers of what it's supposed to be for your pool. Okay, there's a lot of birds that decide to get in these trees right now while I'm talking, so I hope you can hear me. But if your pool water gets out of whack, you can use Clear Balance as well. If you don't want to, like if something happens with your chemicals, like if this little 3-step doohickey thing doesn't work for you, the shock, baking soda, and the chlorinating tablets, you want to try this before you try the other chemicals. This should help if you haven't gotten way out of whack, but this should help. The Clear Balance, the 1-step alkalinity and pH maintenance, is a one-stop shop for if you have problems with your pH up too high, your alkalinity is too low, or it might be vice versa, but you want to use this first to try to balance it out. It's called Clear Balance. So try this first before you use the pH down or the alkalinity up. If Clear Balance doesn't work, these are the usual suspects of what you may need. You may need alkalinity up. Controls pH levels. It increases alkalinity. It's fast acting. Eliminates pH bounce. So if you can't keep it, your alkalinity in check with just the baking soda, if it gets out of whack from just using the regular method, and if for some reason you let your pool water get too dirty, it's too much rainwater in it, it's just too much debris, your alkalinity could get off, and also your pH. Those, to me, are the 2 usual suspects. Your alkalinity is not high enough, and your pH is too high. So you have to check your levels for yourself. Take your water, a water sample, and take it in glass. I'd rather take it in a glass that has a screw top on it, because plastic sometimes can do things to chemicals. So your alkalinity up, So you need something like this, something that increases your alkalinity, and then you want pH down. pH down. Those are very important. If there's something to concentrate on your pool, it's the alkalinity and the pH. Because if the pH is too high, say like around 9 and 8, you don't want to swim in that. You don't want to swim in anything more than like 7.6. If you're not too sensitive, you know, getting towards 8 may be okay, but anything over that you really don't want to swim in. Next, if you have way too much chlorine, your chemicals are just out of whack, you want to get chem out. It lowers your chlorine levels and your bromine levels. Bromine or bromine, I'm not sure how you say it, but your bromine levels. So you can get chem out if your chemicals are just out of whack, your chlorine is too high. Check with your pool store person before you use something like this stuff. For algae problems, you want to use copper algicide. Now, I have had an issue with algae just a little bit, because we had algae on the house. I know algae is back here, and I see it on my neighbors' homes as well. My husband has to pressure wash. So this has 7% copper and it's algicide, so that helps. But if you just get a little piece of a copper pipe and put it in a floater. What did I do with my floater? Put it in a floater, because in bigger pools you put it in the skimmer, but for this size pool we have floaties or floaters. So you want to put that in your floater and let it float around. I would not put it in with the chlorine tablets. I don't know if that hurts anything or not. I don't think it's good to mix things. So I would get a separate floater and put the little piece of copper pipe in there. You can get it from Home Depot, Lowe's, or any hardware store. And I don't know what it is. You'd have to look it up. But the copper keeps the algae away. So yeah, try that hack first. And if that doesn't work, and it should work, that should work. If for some reason you have to get a chemical algae helper, this is the one I recommend. All right, next thing, your filters. What you want to do first, if you have a filter already and it's not super grimy, super black and all that stuff, some people I've seen even clean those, but at that point it's just time to replace it. But if it's not that bad, just take the filter out. And what you want to do is you want to, like I have a stool right here. I put this stool over there by my swimming pool, and I put the pump on top of this stool because that raises the pump above the pool water level, and that way the water won't squirt everywhere out of the pump when I open up the pump. So, but first you want to turn your pump off at the electrical outlet. Turn your pump off, then put your pump up on something high, and take the top off, and undo it and take your filter out. You can use a garden hose with an attachment, just something that squirts the water hard and fast, because that's going to clean your filter. We have an attachment, I forget what it's called. I'll try to put a picture of it here, or a name of it or something here, but it attaches to the end of our hose. You can probably find it at Home Depot, Lowe's, and all that, but it shoots the water out super fast and it cleans it really easy. Get in between the folds of the filter, just squirt all in there, get all the little insects and the dirt and all that stuff out of your filter. Replace it, screw it on, and then sit it back down on the ground, and go over and turn your pump back on. I also have a video for that, so watch the video. But like I said, if you need to change it, just go ahead and change it. You can buy these at like I bought this at Myers. If your Walmart or whatever has these, you can buy them there, or you can buy them on Amazon. Another tip with using the chemicals, always wear your gloves, because these chemicals can have carcinogens in them, things that cause cancer or abnormalities or whatever. So use gloves so that this does not get on your skin. The chemicals do not get on your skin. Also work with one chemical at a time. If you are lowering your pH, if you're raising your alkalinity, do the alkalinity first, get it up. You might have to use a couple of doses of it, you know, whatever, but when your test strip reads that your alkalinity is fine, then you start using your pH down if you have to do that. If you need to down your pH, then you use that after you have balanced your alkalinity, okay? If you have to use the cyanuric acid, or what are some of the other ones, up or down your chlorine or whatever, work with one thing at a time. When you get it stabilized, then and only then start with your other chemicals. Okay, this is the pool ground cloth that I use, and it's by Intex, and I just get it from my local store like a Walmart, Target, or I have a Meijer near me, so I get mine from Meijer. You can also get it on Amazon. This is the pool cover that I have, the debris cover. It fits my 10-foot pool, so make sure it fits your pool, but that's the one that I have, and it's by Intex. This is the filter pump that I use. It's the same filter pump that I've had when I first got the other pool. When I did the first video, I used the same pump. It works very well. It has lasted this long. Make sure to put your stickers on your pool if you want to. I haven't, but if you have little kids or a lot of guests, you want to put your stickers up on your pool. Also, guys, keep the top of your pool, the inflatable tube, keep it wiped off. Keep it wiped off, because when you splash water on here that has the chlorine and the chemicals in it, it can stain your pool. But as you can see, this has been up all summer and there are no spots. When I had the other pool, I didn't clean it off as often. I didn't think the water would, you know, hurt it because it was just water. But I forgot that they had chemicals in it. So make sure that you wipe off your pool, and that'll prevent staining. So guys, I think that's about all. But some people have asked me, they have told me that they wanted to pay me because I did the pool setup video, the first one, so well, and it saved them so much trouble. And they wanted to give me a gift just for helping them set it up, because the Intex pool instructions were not good, most people said. So of course you don't have to give me anything. It's a free video, but out of the kindness, if you just want to do it out of the kindness of your heart, I will not turn you away, because I don't believe in blocking people's blessings either. If you want to do a $3, $5, $8, or $10 blessing, whatever God put on your heart to do, I welcome that. My Cash App is down below in my description box, and I'll write it right here also. So if you want to give something because I helped you, you're welcome to do that. But if not, this is a free video and I did it to help you guys. So that is my second setup, my review, and my opinions of my pool, my 10-foot Intex pool, and also giving you some tips and tricks on how to keep it up, how to keep it nice and keep the water clear for swimming all summer long. So I know that this video is at the end of the season for most people, but some people are in states or countries that you not swim all year round. So hopefully this is in time for you. If not, everyone else can catch it next summer when they're setting up their pool and get more tips. But I hope this helped you out, and leave comments below. I love you all. You all be blessed, and I'll see you next time right back here on Tracie's Place. I have other videos also if you want to check those out, cooking videos, day-to-day videos. But yeah, I do a lot of instructional videos, so check some of those out. I'll leave some at the end here somewhere, and you can watch those. All right, love you all. Bye. Just put the pool up today, and the garden and the flowers, all that has been out, but hadn't had the pool up. So excited about that. Got my little lanterns up. it's all finished finally.